From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Up next, it's our main event between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. The sun is shining on both of these teams. And we're off from Foxborough. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
Tyson Campbell on
Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Good slap, nasty.
This is Henderson on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's taken down at the
They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with third down and 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
May not have throw on third. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, first and 10.
Here we go.
Run right side, Henderson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
A gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Give him 8 on that one, and the Patriots will have a first down.
First down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Big Mason Graham engulfing that play.
On the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On play action, here's May. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
Here we go.
Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. Great decision to bounce this outside, Brock. Gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's second down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 18-yard line.
May off the play fake. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Intended for
Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up third down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Slot man's in motion right. Henderson's going to get it on third down. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets them a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Sit up.
Sticking with Henderson. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted! Denzel Ward makes the play. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Hits the 20. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick six.
Touchdown,
Well, that is quite the tone setter and very different between the two sides. Offense, that's a disaster. But defensively, you've just lit the flame of emotion, and now you want to build on it. Wow.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Patriots nothing.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Not much, my man. I was over here just testing some settings. My team took one to the house.
We're good.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Right here. First drive.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of one more yard here on 3rd down.
The tackle made
Offense to the line fast.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
It's
1.
Henderson on the give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
No, I'm the Browns, sir.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Here we go. Sit up.
Yo, T-Mac, appreciate the follow. What's going on?
1st down throw for May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the air on 1st down, May. Running a screen for Stevenson. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
What's that? Great. What's that?
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Gillette after this. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Yo, Heath, what's going on? Appreciate you popping in.
What's that? Crazy, crazy.
To the air yet again, May. Throw is caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Hey, right here, start first down.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line.
That's another Patriots first down.
First and goal, Stevenson. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5.
The tackle made.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Back to Stevenson. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss. Oh! That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Here's May, third and goal. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Denzel Ward makes the play. And he's out in the clear. The 30. The 10. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I honestly think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. To return this, Marcus Jones.
Oh. That's not good. Ooh.
He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots make it a one-score game before
Put them back in the
halftime.
game. Bam.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10.
Tag. Panther 6, 18, Pioneer. 19, Lion. Hey, smash. Dragon 60.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Tillman down the field, and he's got it.
Let's go.
And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime.
Down Browns.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Schmidt tacks on that extra point. And the Browns double their lead to 14.
21. Patriots 7.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Jones on the return. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's that?
Now May coming off that pick. He's going deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And the Patriots.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Taking a chance. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Come on, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 70 Ranger, 19 Titan, 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Hawk, 7. Ready, right?
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Intended for Jerry
As a
Jeudy.
defense, you got to see the pass.
Incomplete.
You got to time up your hit, and you
It's
got to
now
jar
2nd
that
and
ball
10.
loose. Not a lot of offensive players are
Ready,
hanging on
set.
to that one through a well-placed hit.
Cup 19.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Here we go. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Andy Borregales to kick
Now
off. for New
Borregales on to
England.
send it away. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40.
Ready?
So 1st down from the 41.
Set up. Check out.
A first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Taken down right at the line
Big
of
man up
scrimmage.
front said, not
gain
in
on
my
the play.
house. Let me tell you,
2nd
Kate,
and 10.
once you're in the grasp
At the
of one of those big old
41-yard
fellas on the
line.
D-line, you're
Let's go.
done.
Hut, hut.
They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Again, he's taken down right at the line.
Dylan
Same guy,
Sampson,
same
the ball
call,
carrier.
same result. And now it's 3rd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
I know these DNs
No
love to get to
gain
the
on the
quarterback.
play.
I know that sacks many
brings up
times equals a bigger
3rd
payday.
down.
But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Go.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. On the screen, this is Sampson. And he gets back to the
Sanders
line, but
pass.
no more.
On the ball.
Complete
On the
to
ball.
Working
now,
quickly
now.
here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cougar 19. 19. Set up.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Yards. And the Browns.
19. Tiger.
1st
19.
down.
Viking 18.
A gain of 16
On 1st down,
yards.
here's Sanders.
1st down.
Setting up the
Cleveland.
screen. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Sanders pass.
Kate, I don't know
Complete
why
to
every once in a
Dylan
while I'll get these
Sampson.
little flashbacks, but a little play
A
like
gain of
that
2.
just flashes me
Brings
back
up
to the
2nd
preseason,
and
my
8
first preseason.
at the
When one of the veteran
Patriots'
QBs said, hey,
31-yard
Brock,
line.
whatever you do, just find
Cougar
completions.
19.
You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Ready, ready.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. Buying some time right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices.
Ready?
Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's It's fourth down.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check go.
Sanders gonna throw on fourth. He finds Njoku complete. And he's gonna get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain
I think
of
my
20.
favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so
First
much
and
more
goal,
out of it
Cleveland.
by adding all the extra yardage.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
Play action, Sanders. Caught just shy of the goal line.
Touchdown,
The
Cleveland.
Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking
The kicker
today.
on
Just
for the
rolling.
extra
I mean,
point.
this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared,
His kick
and more
is
importantly,
good.
going out there and executing at a
Makes the
high
score
level.
Browns
So we're
28,
through 3 here.
Patriots 7.
And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. This makes it up to the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10.
Hey, here we go, set. 180, what's that?
They go play action. Here's May. And he's sent down right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line.
Hey, right here, start first
Working quickly here.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down.
Crazy.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, May. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Carson Swessinger. And the Browns have it after forcing his INT of the day.
They'll take over first and 10.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. So you know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Come on, go.
Hand off to Sampson. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this
Dylan
drive.
Sampson, the ball carrier.
Timeout taken by the
He's
Patriots.
taken
They're
down
first
at
to
the
3.
33-yard line.
May still have 2 to
It's
work
a
with in
pickup
this
of
final
3.
quarter.
Brings up second and 7.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Pack down. 18 Cardinal, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Now that.
Sanders setting to pass. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland. The Browns put up even more points in a win. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown.
The kicker on
And this
for
is
the point
Schmidt for the
after.
extra point. Extra point
The
sent
kick
right
is
down the
good.
middle. And the Browns
Makes the
grow their
score
lead yet
Browns
again.
35, Patriots 7.
Well, we need to go outside.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down
Marcus
just
Jones
inside
on
the
the
25.
return. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's first and 10.
Hey, here we go, set. Hey, 5. 180, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Back to work after throwing the pick. You'll find Stevenson out of the backfield.
Stevenson.
And he's going to be brought down right at the
A gain of
35.
12 yards.
Hey, Bo,
And the Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
May off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. And dose of the hurry up here.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Slot receivers headed left. May on first and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, five.
Here's May again. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
We're good.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Patriots.
We've reached the
first down.
2-minute warning in
First and
Foxborough.
10 at the 18-yard
Patriots
line.
trying to do some window dressing. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Hey, here we go, Sadat. Ready, what's that?
Throwing again, it's May. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Intended for
Thought he
Kayshawn
had a
Boutte.
touchdown there. And it's going to be second down.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Crazy. Hey, what's that? Ready, what's that? Crazy.
To the air yet again, May. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete, and we'll bring up third down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
That one complete to Diggs. And he's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Patriots first down.
Stevenson hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots putting up points in a game decided. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown.
Indy Borregales on for the extra point.
One after is good by Borregales.
It's good.
And the Patriots
Makes
cut
the
the lead by a
score
quarter,
Browns
down now to
35.
21.
Patriots 14. Andres Borregales.
Now
to
Borregales
kick off
on to
for
send
New
it
England.
away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
17 yards.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. Ready.
Sampson from the pistol. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Sampson, the ball
Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go. Hut.
From the pistol, here's Junkins. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout.
A gain of a yard.
And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Down. Get up.
Another one for Junkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one.
A 7-yard
Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. And he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Got it. Ready.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Very possible.
Riggs. Riggs. Hut, hut.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set, go.
They're going to pass it here. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead.
Patriots 14.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. First down throw for May. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Brought in a big gain here for Diggs. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Crazy. Crazy.
Off the play action, May. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns see the return go out of bounds. So the Browns will take this win home with them. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.
Laughing in my face, you think it's sweet and fine, man. If you're stuck.
One thing about me, you come and get your beard treatment, I ain't gonna miss
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go from South Philly. Bigsby to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
No touch that. I know you with it. Try left Yanni. Man. Try left Yanni. No touch.
To the air right away is Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Ronnie Hickman is there on the stop.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7. At the 47-yard line.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
16 more yards.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
Browns nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
We go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cleveland.
Nice job by them getting him back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, right back to Sampson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. From the 48-yard line. Here's second and 8.
Go street. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Once again, it's Sampson. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a game of 30.
It is a big play for the Browns. And even 30 yards.
Here we go. Shot.
First down,
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Sanders. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. He's inside the 30.
Every single day and night.
And he's going to bring
Everything
this one back for the
for
distance. Touchdown,
everything
Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line.
back tonight.
At their own 28-yard line.
She get it back tonight. Hold on, Thomas, listen.
Now Shador on first down. A quick throw right side. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
60 Vikings, 60.
One quarter in the books. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. And they've got 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. This is brought in downfield by Judy.
You got lucky.
And he's
You know you never score a bitch.
all the way.
No, I'm tight.
76 yards.
No, I'm tight.
Touchdown, Cleveland. They'll line it up to get the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Browns are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Elevator.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Bigsby to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And
In the
drive
game.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Good run inside the 25.
I do this shit.
And he will score.
Feeling by tonight.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Bitch.
That's his
Eating for
second
tonight.
here in the first half.
Bitch. Chickity by tonight.
And the Eagles will take
I'm gonna fucking you in your ass right now. 217 Philly up. Oh, no. I'm finna get the ball and you gon'
Jake Elliott to kick off for
So following the
Philadelphia.
score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Elevator.
A couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he can only get back to
There
the
go.
16-yard line.
Quit, bitch.
At their own 16-yard line.
You got me.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now. 1970 Timberwolves.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
What the fuck going on?
He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. And he will take this one
Oh
in.
my gosh. That's fucking
84
good.
yards. Touchdown,
That's
Cleveland.
stupid.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The return team doesn't let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 5 at the Browns' 47-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time.
He was covered by
and it'll be 3rd down.
Silver, set. Good, set. Mike, anyway, that. No touching.
A run with Barkley.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
And an Eagles
from the shotgun. It's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Good. Hey, easy. 63, 60. Trimmer. Try left, Yeti.
Now it's Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here.
10 yards on the play.
Talk things over before 3rd down.
Try left, Yeti. No touch.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Try left, Yeti. Low Silver, ready? No touch.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down.
Hey, let's go.
It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes.
And he's in. Highland Branson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Eagles.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish. Mike, you can see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
This will be taken in at the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, ready? 19, Warriors, 70.
On first down, it's Sanders. Going deep downfield for Judy.
He caught that?
And he's
Wow.
down inside the 40-yard line.
They got the Browns OP in
They'll
this
get a
game.
timeout, Cleveland. That's their second.
Okay.
It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number one. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
First down,
79
Browns.
Broncos, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, come 19, 18 Pioneer.
From the gun, it's Shador. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
To number 85.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but
Inside. In me.
good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm back on the block like it's hot. Hot hand, see, I didn't lie. Think I need a little bit more.
Shut up.
You don't know it's like
Pass the 6, Bronco 80. 19 Lion.
But girl, you ain't one now no more. Wanna keep pounding up for sure. You
Drop
take me
60.
out the dog house.
From the gun, it's Sanders. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
3rd and 2. Now Sanders. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again is Sanders. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and goal.
Warriors, 19.
Sanders gonna throw again. He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley.
Hurts pass. Complete to
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Tyson Campbell.
3rd, they need 8.
Great, set. 180. Crowd left. No touch.
Here's Hurts. Forced to his right. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10.
70. Down. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Sampson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That is Cooper DeGene in there for the stop.
1 yard gain.
From the 23, here's second down and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Sampson.
Oh, okay.
Past the 45. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. He'll take it in at the goal line. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 35-yard line.
Alpha, alpha. No, man. No touch.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's to the outside. He's got Smith. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A gain of 48.
At the 18-yard line.
Low silver, ready? No touch.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
That's another Eagles first down.
No touch.
First and goal at the 1
Bigsby. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Good shit, Miles.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Ah, good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
The kick is good.
Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Ready? Cup 19. Cup 19. Set. Cowboy. Dragon 60. Panther 18. Rat 60. Bobcat. Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 70. Ready, right?
Now Shador on first down. This pass caught by Judy. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down
at the 40-yard line.
19 tight. 19, 79 Bronco. 19 Lion. Trap 60. Trap 60. Hut, hut.
They'll throw on first down with Sanders. Oh, all alone. That is caught by Njoku. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's
and another first down, and another big gainer. This time, 23 yards.
And the Browns first down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Buffalo 18, Cub 19, Cub 19. Dragon 6, ready?
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. A throw caught by Judy on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
Ready?
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Brings up second
Come on,
and
come on.
4.
Set. 70 line. Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Rattler, 18.
Again, it's Sanders. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Brings up third down and
60
4.
Eagle, 60 Eagle. Let's go. 70 Lion. 18.
Inside run with Sampson. And the Browns are going to have first and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
That's another Browns first down.
60 Bison,
First and
60
goal
Bison.
at the
18
5-yard
Pioneer.
line.
Ready, ready?
Now Shador throwing left side there, but it is
Sanders'
incomplete.
pass, intended for
They
number
let a golden
86.
opportunity slip
Incomplete.
away on that one. That's
Brings
the
up
matchup
second
that they
and
wanted.
goal.
They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Ready?
Another one from the 5, second down and goal.
Down. Ready?
A give, it's Sampson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dylan Sampson. Browns. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
That ties the game, 35-35.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
No touch, sir. No touch.
They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
Taken down at the 41.
They'll work now on second and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
No touch.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete,
Come on,
and
Miles.
the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Possibly the play of the game right here. It is fourth down. They'll try it now with Dylan. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Result of the play
Ready,
is a
break.
turnover on downs.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey. Hut, hut.
On play action, Shador. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 86.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
15 yards.
A gain there of 15. It's a Browns first down.
At the 28-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Bronco 80. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Cup 19.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup
19
of 3.
Tiger, 19
Brings
Tiger.
up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
A handoff. This is Sampson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A 1-yard gain.
The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. Here's Sanders to throw. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
For a Browns first down.
On the double.
A gain of 9 yards.
Viking 18.
First down, Cleveland.
Set up. 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll run here. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The tackle by Moro Ojomo.
Second down, 8 for the first down.
Second and 8. At
Here we
the
go, here we
13-yard
go.
line.
70 Lions. Ready, ready.
They'll drop to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Trap 60.
Work to do, the crowd helping the defense. Third down and 9.
70 range. Ready.
Now it's Sanders. That
shitting
ball
me.
intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession.
Oh, you shitting me.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
Bigsby. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Great, set. On anyone else. No touch.
Off the play fake, Hurts. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
No touch. Tiger Hornet. No touch.
A second down throw for Hurts. Exiting the pocket right, and that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
70. Great, set. No touch.
To the air again, Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's just a really nice effort by the defense to challenge him right at the catch point. It's really the timing of the contact that really is able to dislodge the ball, and they get a fresh set of downs to work with if he's able to hold on to it. But because of the hit, he can't squeeze it, and now they find themselves looking at 4th down.
At their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
70, Hawk 70. 70. 19 Cowboy. 60 Bobcats. 18 Pioneer. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That'll be incomplete And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Incomplete.
They'll come up now for second down.
Second and 10.
Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap Dragon 60. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Ready.
From the gun, it's Shador. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here comes Will Shipley from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Great. Set. 180, 180. No touch.
On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a pickup of 44
yards. A huge play there in overtime. A pickup of 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Silver, set. Hey, 73. No touch.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Rolling right. Now he'll run. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
No touch.
Here's Bigsby. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for
So,
Philadelphia.
thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Bronco 80, Warrior 70, 70 Ranger, Panther 11, Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now a 1st throw here in overtime. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of 55. And the Browns 1st
19
down.
tight, 19 tight.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Trap 60. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
Throwing now, Sanders on first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
And 10 at the 21.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
19. Ready.
Now Sanders to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete.
Sanders
Good work
pass.
by the defender. Bodied his man
from
up.
the contact.
Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll
Brings up
force
a
third down.
and 10 yards
Dragon
to
6,
go.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go now. Check go.
Sanders going to throw again. A throw. Right side,
Sanders
taken
pass.
by Njoku.
Complete to number 85.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's
It's now
looming.
4th down and 1.
Cup 19. Cup. Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Mavericks. Ready.
They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. And he will score again. Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Browns.
Mike, what a
The kicker
game,
on
but now
for the extra
what
point.
decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the
The
2-yard
kick is
line,
good.
dial up your best
That
offensive
ties the
play,
game
and
at
go win
42
this
all.
game now.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And no chance
The
to
Eagles
return
take
this
over
one
1st and
through
10
the end zone
at
for a
their own
touchback.
35-yard line.
Great. No touch.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby.
Shitting me.
Oh, big
Big
hole
bait.
left
Big
side.
bait. Who the fucking bait?
And he will
Fuck
go
fuck
all
right,
the
nigga.
way.
I'm gonna treat this shit like a top player.
Bigsby.
The fuck off,
Touchdown,
nigga.
Eagles.
Good bait.
Down
GG's.
Eagles.
Well, that's a way to start
GG's.
a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the